family farm.
Nice to see you and be at your home.
Glad to be able to show you around the farm. I've lived here 40 years, but I live within the 4 miles of the farmhouse I was born in. My son Robin operates the family farm, and I got a grandson in it, so the grandson would be the 4th generation. You have 2% of the people in the United States growing the food for the other 98%. My hashtag Corn Watch and hashtag Soybean Watch, it's my attempt to educate those 98% of the people that food doesn't grow in supermarkets, it grows on farms.
Can you teach me how to shuck corn?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Pull this back that way, and then after you get it pulled back, give the ear a little twist. Yes, you did it perfect. But you understand, you did it like we did in the 1930s, 40s.
Right, now you have machines that do it for you, right?
Yes.
How many years have you been in office?
I've been in the United States Senate 43 years, 6 years in the House of Representatives before that, and then 16 years in the state legislature.
Well, recently you acquired and you released the 1023 form, and it was heavily redacted. But you stood up and you told America what it actually said.
The most horrific of the redactions deals with 17 phone calls between Ukraine oligarch, and 2 of them were with Vice President Biden, and 15 of them with Hunter Biden. Now, what those phone calls say, I don't know. I don't want to make a judgment of the guilt of any of the Bidens. I just, my oversight is to make sure that the FBI does their job without political bias.
Some people have said that we need term limits, we need age limits. You look at Joe Biden, most of the polls are saying recently, Democrats are saying he is too old to run for office. What do you think? What do you say?
Well, isn't it a 240-year history of our country with the voters making these decisions? It seems to me this is something that Americans decide whether a Biden ought to be reelected or some Republican ought to be elected instead. And in the case of Chuck Grassley serving his 8th term in the United States Senate, I was overwhelmingly elected by the people of Iowa. The voters of Iowa made a sound decision, and that's what you have to go by when you have a democracy.
The importance of Iowa, the voters here, the caucus. It's the first in the country.
We are proud of it. We want to keep it this way. And that's why we want everybody to come to Iowa and test their political mettle here. Hey, Barbara, I've got some pictures here I want to show Ainsley. Would you come over and help me explain these things?
Hey, Barbara.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you for welcoming us into your beautiful home.
Well, we're glad that you could come.
How did you meet?
We met in a blind date.
And then
married 8 months later.
Really?
Yeah.
You've been together for so long. How many years?
69
69.
years.
What's the secret?
68.
No, 69.
All right.
We just had the 69th one.
All right. Oh, well, we're going on 70 then.
Barbara, you have to tell me what happened on the way to your wedding.
Well,
She was 15 minutes late for the wedding.
yeah. Well, but Dad had a flat tire. What do? You change the tire. You gotta. You can't help it. And of course, if every day you picked to go flat, that was the day.
This is our family, 5 of our children, 9 grandchildren, and 13 great-grandchildren.
Whoa. So you have a very special birthday, turning 90 years old. How do you feel?
I don't feel any different than I did on any other birthday, except just pleased to have a life that I can live for the people of Iowa and to serve Christ.
And I know you love ice cream. And I understand you're going to take us to the creamery down the street.
And I hope you'll enjoy an ice cream cone with me.
I would love to. Well, Senator, you going to serve ice cream today?
Could you believe that? Would you like to have a cone or a cup?
I'll try a cone.
Which one do you think you'd like?
The mint chocolate chip is my favorite.
I think I'm going to try.
That's a butter pecan, sir.
Well, that sounds pretty good to me.
Okay.
Cheers
Cheers to Iowa.